Hey guys, I've literally just received some breaking news that I just had to make this video to inform you guys about. I spent all day making this just to get out. This piece of news, of course, has to do with Stormrunner, a 2004 Instrument Accelerator, which has been SBNO, standing but not operating since the end of 2019. The ride has had serious trouble with critical and special parts, which are needed to operate the ride. With recent events impacting global shipping of needed parts and items, things have not been good for the repairs of the ride. Though the park still operated last season, the ride could not open due to a lack of repairs or replacement parts. A similar predicament happened with Super Duper Looper, where its control system was being replaced, but because the people working on it had to fly back to Germany in March of 2020, its operation was delayed until this season. Stormrunner's specific problem, it had to do with one mechanical part which needed a replacement from Italy. With global shipping disrupted, attaining the part is much more difficult, and now is taking much more time and money than it should. However, during the off-season, despite the strict international trade restrictions, the finished part was shipped. It was even partially or fully installed into the ride by the park, with quite a few final adjustments made as well. In fact, preparations were so far along that operators were even being recruited to work the ride for the summer season, where it was planned to make its return. However, that might no longer be the case. Me and a few other lucky individuals were able to learn from park employees, ride operators, and staff that a serious problem has emerged with the repair attempt on the ride. And now, I regret to inform you of some very dire news. This part turned out to be defective and not fit the ride. Thus, the park could not safely operate the ride in its current state. From sources that work in both operations and maintenance, I've been informed that the team is in shambles, not knowing what else to do or how to respond, whether to try to fix the part or order a new one. However, if things cannot get worse, upper management has already spent large amounts of money trying to fix the ride, and they're starting to get real impatient. And here's where the shocking news is coming from. According to some of the lead operators and mechanics working on Stormrunner, repairing the part, even after permission is granted from Intamin, which would take some time, and is also considered to be unlikely to be granted, repairing the part would be deemed too risky. With the expenses of another replacement part which could also fail, and the risk of trying to fix it all on their own without engineers from Intamin to help them due to the current situation, the time, money, risk, and resources it will take to make this right are not seeming worth it in the eyes of the park. As the park wants to remain professional and competitive, they demand high reliability of their rides. And if their rides cannot operate without these expensive repairs, resulting in extended downtime, leading to unhappy guests, the park seems to now be considering the nuclear option. One lead mechanic who worked on the ride for over a decade, who I will call Wrench, has said that due to high maintenance costs, disappointing and burdenful downtime, and the rarity of parts on an uncommon coaster model with aging technology and components with less sources to maintain it, the biggest and most likely option is for the park to remove When I asked Wrench if there was still any hope for the ride to still operate, she said that it was highly unlikely, as replacing Storm Runner with another attraction, coaster, or family ride would be far cheaper in the long run, especially considering current events, which are seriously hurting the park's profits. According to her, with all the money, troubles, and effort wasted trying to fix it, the only hope to fixing it would be is that this video is a complete joke. April Fools.